Next topic is unitary operators. Unitary operators have a simple analogy with the complex numbers. The complex numbers which are lying on the unit circle, that means the complex numbers which are characteristics by this property that mod z is equal to 1, or we can say z bar z, that is 1. So similarly we define unitary operators. An operator is called unitary operator if firstly we write definition. An operator, let us say U on a Hilbert space, let us say H, is called unitary operator if U star is equal to U star U is equal to I, where I is identity operator. So from the definition it is clear that every normal operator is unitary, and unitary operators are precisely the non-singular operators, because U star is equal to I, which means U star is just inverse of U. So we can say U is non-singular operator whose inverse is its adjoint only. So now we prove a theorem about unitary operator. So if T is operator on H, then the following conditions are equivalent. If T is an operator, any operator on H, then the following are equivalent. Number 1, T star T is I. Second thing is Tx Ty. This inner product is just the inner product xy for all x and y. Then third one is norm of Tx. This is norm of x for all x. So let us prove this theorem. So if 1 is true, now firstly we prove 1 implies 2. If 1 is true, then we start from T star Txy. So T star Txy, because T star T is identity, so this will become Ix and y. So this is just xy. Or we can say from here, this T star becomes T when we operate it at y. So Tx Ty is xy for all x and y. So the second condition proves. Now we prove 2 implies 3. Now if 2 is true, that means Tx Ty inner product is inner product of x and y. So we take y is equal to x. Put y is equal to x in 2. So we get the inner product Tx with itself. This is xx. So it means norm of Tx square. This is norm of x square, which proves ultimately norm of Tx is equal to norm of x for each x. So this proves 3. Now for 3 implies 1. This theorem is, this result 3 implies 1. This is just analogy of the theorem 57c, and it follows from the fact, because we have given here Tx is equal to x, it means their squares are same. That means the inner product Txx is equal to inner product of xx, which means from here we can say T star Txx, this is xx, which means T star T minus Ix, because this x can be written as Ix. So T star T minus Ix with x, this inner product is 0 for each x. Now we have this result in some previous theorem, that if some operator T x is 0 for each x, then the operator T itself is 0. So operator T star T is equal to I. So this proves the condition 1. The next theorem, in the next theorem we will prove if we have a unitary operator, then it is actually isometry isomorphism. Any unitary operator is isometry isomorphism. If T is, in fact this is other way also true, T is unitary operator if and only if it is isometry isomorphism. Obviously if T is operator on H, then this is isometry of H onto itself. So let us prove this. Now T is unitary. Firstly we assume T is unitary. So if T is unitary, then we know by definition it is invertible. So if it is invertible, then it is 1 1 onto. So by definition this is 1 1 onto operator. Now we have to prove it is isometry isomorphism. So we have to prove only it is it preserves norm. So from the previous theorem, in which we have proved 3 equivalent parts, so in that first part says T star T is equal to I, and third part says norm of Tx is equal to norm of x for each x. So if T star T is equal to I, then norm of Tx is equal to norm of x. So by previous theorem we can say for our unitary operator, norm of Tx is equal to norm of x for each x. That means it preserves norm. So this is 1 1 onto operator which preserves norm, so it is isometry isomorphism. Now for converse, if we assume T is isometry isomorphism of H onto itself. Now since this is isomorphism of H onto itself, so T inverse exists. And by previous theorem, T star T is equal to I. Because T is isometry, because T is isomorphism, this is, and secondly because T is isometry. Since T is isometry, so it preserves norm. That means norm of Tx is equal to norm of x for each x. So by previous theorem, this condition norm of Tx is equal to norm x, this is equivalent to the condition T star T is equal to I. So now T star T with T inverse, this will be just I into T inverse. So from here, because this composition is associative, so T inverse, this is I, so left hand side just remains only T star and this is T inverse. So we are saying here that inverse of T exists and inverse of T is just T star. So it means T star T and T star, this is I, so T is unitary operator.